case study analysis. Team members include John D., Ken J., David G., David B., Seraphin B., Regan C., Angela D., and I'm Augie W. To quickly summarize our case, we need to assist Chris, a recent MBA grad and son of a CEO of Mountain Man Brewing Company. Mountain Man is a West Virginia-based family-run brewing company that has been in operation for 80 years. The company has recently seen a decline in revenue, and Chris, armed with an MBA degree, has an idea to launch a second line of light beer to hopefully recover lost market share. I will turn it over to Angela now, who will go into a detailed strategic analysis to help Chris in the decision-making process.
By delving into the light beer segment, Mountain Man will leverage the growth of light beer, which encompasses 50.4% of total volume sales in 2005 versus 29.8% in 2001. This would give Mountain Man the chance to capture the younger consumer who shows an affinity to light beer. This demographic represents 27% of total beer consumption, with twice as much spend as drinkers over the age of 35. Mountain Man would also drive awareness within this group and grow shares in their on-premise accounts as well. To successfully launch Mountain Man Light, Mountain Man must make significant initial investments. They will have to make changes to their current production lines, source additional packaging, and increase spending in marketing and advertising. These components all lead to an increase in cost per barrel with shrinking gross margin. Mountain Man must develop a marketing strategy to avoid alienating their customer base while in conjunction winning over the younger beer drinker. They must also influence their distributor network to prioritize Mountain Man Light within their current brand portfolio to secure distribution within the marketplace. Mountain Man win with light? Their path to success lies in three components. Number one is to win with space and assortment. Mountain Man will set up meetings with the buyers of the beer categories of each key retailer to align on assortment strategy. This includes recommending a plan of which items will come out of the planogram based on the lowest average per store day sales, which leads to incremental placements within the cooler for Mountain Man. Brand recognition inside of the store is crucial to build market basket, grow customer awareness, and build the brand. A promotion strategy via each retailer ad circular to include Mountain Man Light will drive trial and value to the customer. Mountain Man will also gain display commitments from each retailer to leverage key holidays, seasonal activity, and specifically during ad promotions. By strategically increasing net distribution of Mountain Man and Mountain Man Light, this will drive incremental cases into the stores through display activity and features and ensure immediate growth in revenue per outlet. Second, Mountain Man must influence their distributor network to prioritize this product within their current brand portfolio to secure distribution within their marketplace. This can be done through the creation of a distributor incentive. For every display executed in the store, the distributor sales representative will receive a monetary reward. This ensures execution at store level and that all planned incremental cases get placed into the stores. It's an initial investment in revenue to drive volume and placements. When all plans have been agreed upon by the supplier Mountain Man, retailers, and distributors, Mountain Man will host a product launch rally to create excitement within its new product line. The key that ties this plan together is to highlight certain value attributes in the marketing campaign. A focus on Mountain Man's product quality while highlighting the ability to drink beer without the calories, connect with friends and family, and drink Mountain Man Light at a game, local bar, or pick it up on your way home from work are all important. The strategy within this campaign is to focus on welcoming the new generation of beer drinkers into Mountain Man family. This will be demonstrated through the connection to family first. The strategy will center around a father and son enjoying beer together. The father holding his Mountain Man Original, the son having a Mountain Man Light, along with the mother and daughter coming into the room to join with their Mountain Lights. It's focused on inclusion, which demonstrates expansion of the brand and family without alienating the core customer. Mountain Man's marketing strategy lies in grassroots, so this will help streamline its messaging in local bars and restaurants on premise. Mountain Man will host family happy hours and college nights. Since its genesis is in West Virginia, Mountain Man will also create a partnership with the Mountaineers, specifically during football season. This is the way to reach the masses and take advantage of the most popular pastime in the state. Mountain Man will take you down the country roads to a place where everyone belongs in West Virginia. To further analyze the decision of Mountain Man to enter the light beer segment, we must first understand the current state and efficiency of their infrastructure. Mountain Man, though small in stature with a regional footprint, is a well-established brand with secured longevity. The brand has received multiple accolades, including being voted Best Beer in West Virginia 8 years in a row and Best Beer in Indiana. Its brand recognition is second to none, driven by two predominant factors: quality and its consumer brand loyalty. On the flip side, Mountain Man's core product line resides in the domestic premium side of the business, where revenue is shrinking consistently. While its brand recognition is strong, a large portion of their sales is from a small portion of its customer base. They need a bigger reach beyond their core customer and capture the loyalty of the younger beer drinker to remain relevant in the industry. Mountain Man relies heavily on grassroots marketing to grow awareness and sales. Their main competitors rely on national and out-of-home marketing to create awareness of the younger generation of beer drinkers. In order to stimulate change, a company has to instill belief within its key stakeholders. While trends point to a need for change, the culture within Mountain Man lacks the alignment and belief that its reach can grow beyond its core customer. The light beer market is the only segment of beer that demonstrates growth at a pace of 4% annually. Mountain Man already overcame initial obstacles of competing priorities with its distributors by creating an internal sales force to increase brand awareness in their off-premise accounts. They can utilize the same strategy to establish Mountain Man Light within the marketplace. Mountain Man already rates high in brand awareness with the younger light beer drinkers. This demographic knows about the Mountain Man brand and shows an appreciation for its association with independent breweries. Unfortunately, Mountain Man ranks low in preference of the younger beer drinker. It does not have the product that resonates with this demographic. On paper, Mountain Man also lacks the financial capacity to compete with the national brands that own 74% of the beer shipments. Essentially, Mountain Man is its own biggest threat. Its culture is loyal to their own original product and does not want to deviate from that strategy. Companies who held that same point of view, like Kodak and Blockbuster, quickly failed by having the inability to adapt with the customer trends. If companies don't have the cultural belief to take calculated risks to change their trajectory, it's quite possible this will lead to their demise. While the need to change seems evident, there are some advantages to remain focused on their core product line. Mountain Man already has a loyal product following, dominating loyalty at 53% versus 42% for Bud and 36% for Bud Light. Why not just reposition itself within its core product line and customer base, since it already has demonstrated loyalty above the national brands? Staying the course with its product line also avoids the potential risk of cannibalization of sales. There's a chance they will not gain distribution within its off-premise accounts or guarantee that its distributors will agree to carry Mountain Man Light. Keeping with their current strategy maintains balance and alignment within its organization and shows Mountain Man's customer base that they are their top priority. It keeps margins strong, maintains efficiency within its product lines, and protects the quality of their overall brand. Conversely, if Mountain Man does not segue into the light beer segment, it will alienate a key market segment of younger beer drinkers and run the risk of becoming irrelevant. It will also eliminate the ability to capture the loyalty of the female beer drinker, a virtually untapped resource for Mountain Man. With the evolution of innovation both inside and outside of beer, Mountain Man already risks losing shelf space in its off-premise accounts to competitors.
Thanks, Angela. Chris should rely heavily on financial data to convince his father that launching Mountain Man Light is the correct choice for Mountain Man Brewing Company. Let's take a quick look at the current market situation and try and project if launching Mountain Man Light makes financial sense for the business. In 2005, the domestic light beer market was dominated by the big three light beers: Bud Light, Miller Lite, and Coors Light. These brands comprised roughly 65% of the market. A market structure heavily weighted towards the big three meant great opportunity for other light beer brands to grab market share. Here's a list of the top 30 fastest growing beers in 2005. As you can see, the light branded beers accounted for roughly 1/3 of the list, setting the table for new light brands to grow rapidly in a quick and changing environment. Next, Regan will walk us through how Chris should appropriately forecast and attack this market based on the information presented thus far.
The previous slide showed that the light beer market is growing at a rapid pace. Let's take a look at what the potential market share and revenue might look like for Mountain Man Light over the next 3 years. In order to project the potential revenue, we assume that the light beer market would grow at a compounded annual growth rate of 4%. We also assume that the price of a barrel of Mountain Man Light would be equal to the price that they charge for Mountain Man Lager, which we calculated to be $97 per barrel. We simply took the 2005 revenue and divided by the number of barrels sold. Finally, we assume that the strategies mentioned previously, Mountain Man Light would gain a 1/4 point of the East Central region's light beer in year 1 and increase this market share by 0.25% in subsequent years. Using these assumptions, we project that Mountain Man will sell almost 49,000 barrels in 2006, 101,000 barrels in 2007, and almost 160,000 barrels in 2008. The total projected revenue, as shown on the slide, comes in around $5 million, $10 million, and $15 million annually per year, respectively. Now, armed with these revenue projections, Chris Prangle will need to show his father if and when Mountain Man Light will break even. Fortunately, Mountain Man Brewing Company has excess capacity, so only minimal investment is needed to launch the new product. The fixed cost will include a one-time initial investment of $750,000 to fund an initial 6-month marketing campaign. Selling general and administrative expenses will increase by $900,000 annually. Variable costs for Mountain Man Light are $4.69 higher than Mountain Man Lager for a total variable cost of $71.62 per barrel. With a price per barrel of $97, Mountain Man Light will have a contribution margin of $25.38. We divide our annual fixed cost by the contribution margin, it results in a break-even barrel volume of 65,000 barrels in 2006, but then drops to 35,400 barrels in subsequent years. Multiplying the break-even units by the $97 per unit price results in break-even revenue of $6.3 million in year one and $3.5 million in the following years. When you compare the projected sales to the break-even analysis, you will find that Mountain Man Light should produce a profit in 2007, only its second year of production. The projected $1.6 million profit in 2007 is more than enough to cover the expected $400,000 loss in 2006. So cumulatively over the 2 years, you'll be turning a profit. Chris's father was very concerned about cannibalization of the company's core brand, Mountain Man Lager. He estimated that the light product could reduce lager revenue by 5% or more. If you take this 5% reduction in revenue into account, there is additional cost, quote unquote, of around $2.5 million. If this scenario plays out, Mountain Man Light would now become profitable in year 3 when the projected revenue of $15.4 million is more than sufficient to cover all costs of the estimated loss of revenue due to cannibalization. If Mountain Man Brewing Company is successful in increasing its share of the light beer market by a quarter point each year, and the market continues to grow at a 4% pace, Mountain Man Light will be an extremely profitable product for years to come. So in conclusion, we believe Mountain Man Brewing Company absolutely should launch Mountain Man Light in 2006. In 2006, the beer market is in a state of change. Mountain Man Brewing Company cannot afford to stick to its traditional lager as a sole offering if it wants to survive. Customer tastes are changing, and regional brewers must adapt to these changes or face extinction. Mountain Man Light should be launched as soon as possible to gain market share of the rapidly growing light beer market in the East Central region. This decision will expose a new generation to the Mountain Man brand and should lead to increased profit for the company by as early as 2007.
That is a wrap for our analysis. We thank you for your time and look forward to the discussion portion in the coming week.